Welcome back to Furious Rimworld, at which point I'm furious about everything that's gone wrong so far in the past 20, 30 episodes, something like that. We're back with Super Jilp, the knife-wielding madman, and Sarai Tang, ship technician of Jilp is the best. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. We're actually doing really well. Jokes aside and sort of furiousness bequeathed for a second. Everything's going pretty goddamn well, huh? First couple of days they've been here, we got a second person who's actually not complete shit, and Jilp has basically already finished his crafting box? Kill box. I mean, we are crafting something. We're carefully crafting the deaths of many of our enemies. We need a little bit more wood before... Oh, no, we don't need wood. What's he up to right now? Cooking simple meal. Okay, you know what? That's fair. I will allow that instead, my friend. So the one thing we've got to worry about right now, the top priority, is definitely the lack of consistent power source and lack of ability to store that power when it's inconsistent, which is kind of the same thing. Ideally, what I'm saying is if we get batteries, we can solve a lot of our problems here. So, ideally, as soon as possible, as soon as we finish the kill box, Jilp is going to be non-stop research king. At which point, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get a battery relatively soon, and that will solve our cooling problems. So we've also got a spare cooler built there, because obviously we had the heat wave for a little bit, which is no longer killing us. I've decided, this episode going forward, never going to die to a heat wave again. That's just, it's just part of my new modus operandi I'm implementing. Basically, the new plan is, A, don't die to anything. It's very straight. It seems really simple when I phrase it like this, but in Rimworld, it's really easy. You just don't die, and then you can win. So that's what I'm going to do. I feel like that's where I've been going wrong in the past, is dying for the most part. Anyway, this is a cool kill box. I think this will work pretty goddamn well, to be honest with you. So, that is essentially what we need to do. Now, what I will do is actually, this sort of stone structure here has inspired me. Dumping stockpile, I think that's a great plan. I think if we do something along those lines... Oh, God, get rid of that. Fine. We'll expand this one out a little bit more and just fill it full of rocks. Slow them down a little bit. Maybe stagger enemies as they come through. Plus, it also means that if they're sort of, you know, in quite a large raid, in quite an absolute unit, and they're walking through, if we kill the first few and the last few try and flee, we could build like a door here and actually cut them off. As they're trying to escape from the kill box, we can gun them down and try and capture them or something along those lines. So actually this has multiple uses. Not only that, we can also, you know, put down traps if we feel like it. I don't really think traps are that good. I still maintain that. I'm not a big fan of the trap meta. It worked out very, very well against much larger raids or against like big manhunt packs or things like that. Oh my god, that was a quick kill box, huh? So... as per usual, the thing that we need to focus on... Oh, man, getting geothermal generators would be also very, very good. One of the things we need to focus on here is lighting up, as we've said before. You light up the area where the enemies is and sort of keep yourself in darkness a little bit. That is a good plan. I'm definitely going to try and implement that as soon as possible. We've got a door up here to get through the kill box. So actually, my sort of plan of cutting them off is already basically done. Man, that kill box took no time at all. How is it we managed to get this done in, like I said, does it say how long we've been here? 12 days. We've got a kill box set up, we've got power, we've got cooling, we've got 2 colonists. I mean, previously, we've managed to do this in 3 times the time. However, it's taken us 3 times as long to do that. What the hell are those things? That is the Pokemon Taurus, or it could just be a cow, in hindsight. That's clearly not a fantastic... That's clearly just a cow. I mean, I have seen cows in real life before. I was confusing it. I thought the bird and the cow were one creature there, but no, that's just an Aurochs. I know what those are from Age of Mythology. Let's wait. I'm not going to wake them up early here to go and trade with some traders, which most likely have nothing useful anyway. Now Jilp's awake. We're going to send him to trade with Curve, War Merchant. I'm Curve, son of Aurochs. What have you got for us? So they got plenty of shirts. He's got steel bassinet, which we could wear. It's obviously a type of helmet there. They've got herbal medicine, which is kind of tempting. Although now that we're not using their ridiculous seeds mod anymore, we could just go out and get herbal medicine. Boomerlope is also fairly tempting because those apparently produce a type of fuel, sort of like propellant that we need for flame-based weapons or like missile launchers, I think, as well. Use the same thing. It's used for crafting ammo, I should say. So actually getting a Boomerlope early on might actually serve us well in the late game. Also got to bear in mind it might cause a massive bomb, which if a drop pod falls on or if a stray bullet hits, that will also kill us dead. So maybe we'll avoid that for the time being. This I'm liking. I think this is looking pretty goddamn good. So, power issues then. Jilp has already beat me to it once again, the incredible man that he is. Now, with the fecal sludge, I've got a pretty straightforward plan for this one. It's, let's make a fecal sludge area. I'm going to go into... Fecal sludge genuinely sounds like the name of a death metal band, huh? Let's go for... Put all the municipal waste over here, and then leave it. We're just going to save it. We're going to keep it. We're going to store it. You can kick it over. That's disgusting. We're just going to keep it. What we could do... Hang on. Could we drop that in the kill box and make enemies go mad from there just being... It's only a -8. I suppose we could... Oh, wait. Hang on. Is that 390? Oh, it's 392 waste. I thought it was a -392 to Butane because that's insane. Yeah, we'll just keep it, because obviously during the late game, we can make fertilizer out of it, which is incredibly useful. Right, so what we want to do then is actually implement Plan Battery. Put them in the freezer, seeing as the freezer's not doing absolutely anything at all right now. Do we have any convenient steel? Also sounds like a little bit of a death mountain. There's nothing, huh? Oh, I remember the issue with this. Yeah, we had to go all the way around to this mountain here. I'm still going to do that. We could, in fact, put, like, walls through this. That's a good idea. Although with combat extended, as we found out before, the enemies do tend to, if they can, avoid going through, or avoid going through mazes in favor of kicking down a door. Like, they will just kick down a door if it's quicker than going through a kill box, for example. Although with 2 wooden doors, I have a feeling they would much sooner go through the kill box. As long as we get this finished as soon as possible, that's pretty good. And obviously, it's going to give us much more immediate access to the steel, so I think even if the enemies do kick it down, we can probably still take them out, right? And we'll still be able to get plenty of steel very quickly. These two really don't like each other, huh? I think they are ended up being quite big enemies. Minus 32 there. Sarai directly insulted Super Jilp's parents because he hasn't, of course, because he is a test tube clone. That's a pretty low blow for you, Sarai. Not very impressed by that one. Need a little bit more steel, but actually it shouldn't take too long with Super Jilp on the case. Excellent. Starvation. Food. Right, that is one thing I have forgotten once again. The rice is almost done. I was kind of banking on that a little bit. I don't know if you saw that, but it was set to 99%. Let's go and see if we can't find ourselves some berry bushes. There's another one there, but unfortunately hasn't got anything on it. Oh, God. Let's immediately go hunting, then. Unless these guys have food, but that seems like kind of a waste to buy pemmican for just a single meal. Why don't we hunt the finest game at all? The most dangerous of all game guinea pigs. Take them out. Sarai? Wait, we need to set them both to hunting. Now, there is not a way to actually let melee characters go hunting with a melee weapon. It seems a lot, but it is possible to do so. I believe it's in the... Let me just double check here. If we go options, mod settings, I think it's combat extended. Allow hunting with melee weapons. I'm going to tick that, because as long as we're careful with what we hunt, I think Jilp with a knife could probably beat a guinea pig in a fight. Call me crazy. He does have 9.7 martial, but I think he would probably... 9.7 melee, but I think he would have that. It's too much CK2. Take him, Jilp. Look at that. Easy. Done. Nice. That is dinner right there. He is actually butchering it. Is he going to cook it? No. Stop that. Cook it into a meal. That's 2 meals right there. That's going to stop us starving. And then hopefully we'll go out and hunt some more guinea pigs in a second too. There we go. Alright, this has worked out pretty incredibly well. And of course we can use all this area for farming, expansion, solar panels, whatever we really want to, really. It's given us a lot of land to work with, and we can dig into the mountain as well also, which I'm not above doing. I was a little bit too overcautious of that in previous sort of attempts at this, I think, with, you know, not wanting to get infestations, particularly in that the last very successful colony we had with Tetsuko and Erika and all of the Grump and all of our usual friends. That was very successful, but I was too cautious about expanding the base into the mountains. I was way too worried about that for obviously no reason, because we've still got, you know, infestations and things anyway. You can't really fight off the inevitable. Okay, then you can put that on my epitaph, by the way. What do we want to go for next in terms of research? Well, tree sowing actually might not be a terrible idea during this early game. We've got hydroponics, which are irrelevant. Watermill generator, which is obviously irrelevant on this map. Probably the first one we played on with without a river. We've got microelectronics, obviously a great later thing to go for here. I might have to go for that, because it would also give us access to comms consoles, which will obviously solve a lot of ammo problems, or anything else, really. Solar panels, also not a terrible idea. Auto doors are also quite nice. What have we got in the other sections? Just general turrets there. Septic tanks, power showers. I don't think these are necessary, are they? I don't think any of these are quite necessary right now. Modern furniture, artisan furniture, that's, you know, that's like, real sort of luxury stuff. That's decadent stuff that I don't think we're going to need for quite some time. Let's go for, smithing. Hang on. Smithing machining to make bullets, obviously. Let's go for that one. Just in case, well, obviously we haven't got a gun yet, but if we do come across one, or we could start some gun research, because I think guns would give us a massive advantage of having a very small knife and obviously a bow and arrow there. In fact, we should probably craft Jilp a bow and arrow, because he's obviously better with shooting. There's no reason not to do it. We've got an absolute excess of wood. Let's go short bow. Let's also make a bunch of arrows as well. Why? Oh, right, yeah. Do until X. I said do that X times. That's my mistake. Do until X. Do until we've got 10 in storage. No. 200 is absurd. We'd say 20, because obviously we've got 2 people now who are going to be using bows. And then we might as well get rid of this spot here, because it's fairly pointless. We'll make a proper crafting room. Or we could turn the kitchen, or we could actually start working on a proper kitchen in hindsight. That's a much better idea. We've got batteries. Batteries are filled. 2 windmills, or wind turbines, is way too much for the power usage that we've got right now. So why don't we do something useful with it? Let's get rid of the campfire. It's just not necessary anymore. It's old technology. Let's scrap it. Let's put down an electric stove. We've got the resources for that immediately, so Jilp can immediately wake up and start work on that. Charlton Whiteston, thank you. Good, I appreciate you. We're never gonna use that. Obviously, the goal was always to build the spaceship and get the hell out of here. Oh, that Meadow Ave is still around, huh? We did get that notification, but normally at nighttime the animals fall asleep and obviously stop causing issues. Jilp, if you wanna get out of the way so Sarai can come in with the 2-1 punch, please don't shoot Jilp. That is a definite shot on Jilp. Go for it. How long does it take you to fire a bow? Okay, well, it didn't matter anyway, because Jilp's dealt with it. But now, we've got ourselves a little bit of breakfast. So I was about to say we're going to have to go hunting again, but breakfast has come to us. Right, let's haul that into the stockpile and start work on that immediately then. Alright, well, that worked out very well. I don't know if those things will give much food. You'd kind of imagine they would. They look fairly sizable, huh? Bleeding out in 21 hours. Oh, God. Scratch man. Oh, it's a scratch in the torso. Okay, that's fairly unfortunate, but it's still not a big deal. He's fine. He's got nothing to worry about. Minor infection possible. That could be a big concern, because obviously we have no medicine, which point we'll have to send Sarai off to go and get some medicine. Oh, that gives a lot of meat, huh? That was a lot better than I was expecting. I'm going to lower bed rest down, because right now, obviously, none of them have any life-threatening problems. It was a scratch from a bird. I think it'll be fine. It was just a big chicken at the end of the day. Let's deconstruct that, and let's start work on the stove. So I'll put the stove over. I kind of want to put it a bit more distant to the butcher table, which we're probably going to put as close to the fridge as possible. So we'll put the actual stove there. We'll put the butcher table here. So that way the dirt from the butcher table, in theory, can never reach that. And then we'll also build another chair, because we'll need that. And then we'll just start work on these. But these are luxuries, which obviously I would like to wait until we build everything else first, because I don't know if we've quite got enough wood for all of that. Good work. And there's the food. Holy shit, we are in such a good position now to start cooking a shit ton of meals and not have to worry about starvation or anything like that in the future. Speaking of which, she's just about to eat some raw meat. Thank you. Good. So I want to cook 4 simple meals. Do until we've got X closest denominator of 3 and 4. I mean, do they even need to eat? I don't think I ever did confirm that. Well, it needs to be a multiple of 4 no matter what. So why don't we do 20 and then just unpause when we've only got, what, like 6 left in storage? I think that's okay. We've got permanent power for the freezer now, so I don't know why I'm concerned about maybe having too many. I don't think you can ever have too many meals in Rimworld. You could just spend too long actually cooking, but this amount in the stockpile will work out pretty goddamn well. Okay, next up we want to work on this butcher table, and obviously finishing off the dining room table probably couldn't work. Oh, you know what we can do? Lights. I didn't even think about that. We've got consistent power. We can actually afford to put down some wall lights now. Excellent. We'll put one there, we'll put one there, and then I guess one in each bedroom. Nice. That's very, very good, because that's hopefully going to... Oh, we've already got one there, but... I mean, we could put that outside. Why not? I mean, it'll prevent the darkness debuff. In fact, it'd be better to put it on the farm, so that way if they are working and it is slightly dark outside, I don't know, eclipse, if we get some night owls, whatever, it will give them a slight bonus. Super Jilp is in a poor mood. Super Jilp, why are you in a poor mood? Insulted. Naked? Wait, naked? Did I not make him any clothes? You know, we actually haven't got enough of anything to make him clothes. Let's go hunt something that gives us plain leather. So it'll be like deer. Oh dear. What about horse stallions? What do you give? Plain leather. We'll go and hunt some horses. After we've made him obviously the bow and arrow. Let's also, speaking of which, let's restrict him to using a bow. So that way, hopefully we can get that done as soon as possible. Not really a big deal. I'm really not concerned, because obviously the catharsis, as I've said before, is generally tends to be a benefit. This would only be his recreation time anyway. It's his time he's wasting. To use the classic primary school... You know, you're disappointing no one but yourself. Come on, Jilp. This is ridiculous. You could want for nothing. How is it this guy's having a mental breakdown when we've had Jilps in a much worse situation, like sleeping on a dirty floor without a toilet? And this guy's the one complaining when he's got this luxurious mansion. This luxurious field getaway in the mountainside. Unbelievable. We do have plenty of food as well, there. We've got obviously 8 meals in storage. Ooh, Randy. Ah, my walls, Randy. God damn it. Of all the places, well, to be fair, it obviously could have landed in the freezer or something, which would have been a lot worse. That's not too terrible. Man, this is a good first harvest. It's not terrible. Obviously, we've got Sarai there trying to build up a little bit of her plant skill. Happy for her to do so, even though we're losing out on, obviously, a lot of rice there, because she is garbage. As you can see, we're losing on, honestly, what would look to be about 80% of our harvest, which is unfortunate. Oh, dear. Sarai's got worms as well. and suddenly everything comes to a standstill. Okay, now it's a bit more of a big deal. But luckily, as I said before, Jilp's going to have catharsis for quite a long time. He's not going to get another mental break for quite a significant amount of time after that. So he can take care of Sarai, Tensor, and whatnot. We should also probably focus on going out and getting some medicine, just to help with the 10 chance and things like that as well. What is our construction right now? It is set to number 1, so we will obviously work on this stuff whenever he wakes up. I think we need a bit more steel, though. We've got plenty of steel. Just vomit on the floor, that's fine. It's not like the front door is right there. That's okay. Just vomit right on the floor. We should probably have Sarai clean. Now, as long as we've got the zone not to be too large that we're cleaning in fact, we didn't even have a cleaning zone. We only need that to be clean, to be honest with you. We don't really need anything else there, so I'm kind of fine to set her cleaning to be priority 1, because it's not going to take her too long. That's area 1. Okay, there we go. Just get on with that pretty much immediately there. Thank you very much. Getting the lights as soon as possible is also going to be a massive bonus, because obviously the Darkness debuff might have just been enough to tick Super Jilp over into that mental breakdown state. So how are we doing in terms of the farm? See, they need seeding, but besides that, how's the corn coming along? 49% grown. Excellent. That's going to be our winter stockpile, so it's a real shame she's got gutworms, because obviously that increases her hunger rate, which is kind of a pain in the ass when we're trying to stockpile for winter. I think it was 30 days of growing here, wasn't it? Let's double check that one very quickly. Information. Excuse me. I clicked terrain, right? Excuse me, I want to... There we go. Let's see here. 30 out of 60 days. Yeah, I thought that was the case. So we need to consider somewhat, obviously, winter. I didn't see what the winter temperature... Oh, is that plain leather? Brown fur. We still got to go and hunt something for that plain leather. I'm glad I've reminded myself with that. Hello, horse. A lonely donkey? I'd feel better killing a donkey knowing that it doesn't have a family. So I'm going to go and kill that... It's the stupidest thing I've ever said in my whole life. I'm going to go kill this donkey instead, unless the horses are like its adopted family, and that's an even more tragic story. At which point, you know what? Welcome to Rimworld. You want a tragic story? Watch every episode of this series so far. Super Jilp, take your knife and slice its throat. Such is the way of life on the Rim. We shall teach this donkey the circle of life. This is what Simba was singing about. This right here. That tortoise has a horrifying feat. That is scary. Sorry, I should probably be keeping an eye on this, sir. Jilp, you have a knife, and you snuck up on it. If he loses this battle, I'm going to be very annoyed. How is it still alive? He's doing an incredible job, though. You see that? Not a single piece of damage. I mean, if you snuck up on a donkey with a knife, I'd give you probably the fighting chance of winning that. I would bet on you, let's put it that way. You, viewer at home. I feel like, oh man, the boom rats with their feet as well is just disturbing. There's something very wrong about this mod. I mean, it's funny, don't get me wrong, but something about tortoises with human feet walking around like Michael Jackson, it's just something very odd about it. Where they're all moonwalking around, it's very uncanny valley. Alright, well that's plenty of donkey meat for a while. We're going to make some nice donkey curry, but more importantly, it's going to give him clothes, which he's quite upset about. Understandably, really. Jilp, I need you, my friend, to butcher creature forever. And what we'll do is we'll do it within the stockpile radius, which is something I keep forgetting to do almost every other series. That's fine. We know he's not going to get anything else outside of that. So go and butcher donkey. And then let's work on... Sarai, why are you crafting? She's not garbage, but she is pretty bad. But she's bad enough for me to say, hey, get out of here with that nonsense. Let's move... Okay, so make troubleware is at the top. Let's get Jilp on crafting. Alright. Get yourself some clothes, little Jilp. Let's make sure that your mood is basically as high as we can make it. Sarai has nothing to do. Wait, why are these lights not on? Did I not build... Didn't build power conduits. That's understandable, really. So yeah, let's get that done as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Alright, so Jilp now has his tribal wear. He's going to finish making his bow and arrow first, and that's basically a full gear upgrade for Jilp, right? And that also counts as rec, because she's, you know, she's talking to him there whilst also doing her recreation. Obviously, it doesn't count as rec for Jilp, but it is going in that social. He is not going to be happy, huh? Forced him to work all through the night. What a sad sight. Go to bed, Jilp. There we go. Alright, nothing to worry about there. Might give him a couple of hours... You know what? It's only 3 in the morning. You'll be fine. I was going to say we'll give him a couple extra hours of time off. But he doesn't need to worry about that. Starvation. Oh, because she's got gutworms. Right, I was going to say, what do you mean starvation? We've got 7 meals. I was having deja vu back to the time the meals were in the prisoner room and obviously were reserved. That was annoying. Okay, and now let's finish these off because apparently we've still got... Oh no, we've only got 5 wood. I saw that leather as wood there. Let's not worry about it. That's a luxury we absolutely can't afford right now. Sorry, you really have nothing to do. Wow. Farm expansion. Farm expansion, maybe go and get her to hunt some things. She's got a bow and arrow. Is she a competent... Not even in the least. We need to go and hunt something fairly innocuous with her. So guinea pigs seem like a fair competition right now. That's a fair fight right there. Sarai with a bow and arrow versus a guinea pig, but she's garbage. Go and train up your skills because we'll need that for when the raids come, which they will be coming very, very soon. That's a lot of meals. I think we're fine with the meals for a while. Nothing to worry about there. Now, what else can we plant this early on? Jilp obviously has 12.92, so that's basically everything. She has 2.47. She's shit tier. She's garbage. Why don't we plant just a bit more rice? I don't really want more rice, but I do want to level up her plant skill, and I think that's probably the best reason to do so, whilst also getting something out of it. You could also plant some cotton. Cotton's actually not a bad idea at all. Heel root. Actually, let's plant some heel root. That's maybe way too much heel root. Let's shrink that down a little bit. Then let's plant, I think I was pretty fine with the whole cotton plan. That's pretty good. And let's also expand this out so they just meet up. There we go. Okay, so we've got heel root cotton. Again, I'd like to train up her skills because I don't think she can manage either of these, can she? Because she's garbage tier. Okay, let's put down a little bit more rice then in that case. It's a shame you can't set zones to particular people. I know that's a very weird thing to ask for, but say, oh, you know, you're only allowed to harvest zone 1 or whatever and actually give them, or growing zone 5. Maybe you can do that and I've just never noticed. Anyway, rice plants are for both of them. What we could do to sort of alleviate that a little bit is set Jilp's plant skill to a little bit lower. So let's set him high harvest, low grow. That way Jilp can help bring in the harvest and not, you know, bodge all the construction. Bodge all the harvesting so that we miss out on a lot of the resources. But that also gives her ample chance to build up her own skills there without Jilp doing it as a flash and then her obviously not having anything to do. Bulk goods traded from the campsite of the quarry also gives Jilp more research time, more importantly. Caravan from the campsite of the quarry is approaching now. A bulk goods trader. They will hang around the colony for a few days before leaving. You can attack them or this will anger their faction. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to trade with them. And hopefully they've got a gun. This is America. I would like one of those. Where are they? I wanted to take a look at the trade caravan. They look like they're an animal caravan. Oh, they've got a couple of animals with them. Although, you know what? I've got high hopes for you guys. Let's see what you've got. Jilp. Super Jilp. Little Jilp. Let's go and see what these guys have. Bulk goods trader. Okay. We don't really have much to sell them. We can sell them our usual sort of leathers. Got so much guinea pig fur. That's tragic. What can we buy? Buy a steel helmet, and that's really it. Wow. Yeah, that's seriously garbage. We could just sell them that and get a 603 silver. That seems like a pretty great idea to me. I'm going to do that. Let's build up the silver for the future. It's also going to give one opinion with them, which is obviously garbage, but it's okay. It's not too bad. We'll take that silver and we'll save it for whenever we get, I don't know, either a weapons dealer or the trade beacon so that we can actually buy some guns with that. 'Cause it's going to be, that's probably going to happen a lot sooner than us getting the ability to craft guns, if that makes sense. Now, I would like to work on a little bit of recreation as well, because although they've got, obviously, whatever it's called, horseshoes, not ideal, is it? So what we could do is get a little bit more wood and build a chest table. I think that's not a bad plan. We've got plenty of wood, actually. You know what? We've got wood kicking around here just at a glance. We've got some at the back of the house, and then I imagine this area... Wow, wood is growing very, very fast on this map. I don't know whether it's temperature specific or whether it's because... Oh, you know what? It's mountainous. It's mountainous. You've got to bear in mind trees can't grow on what is arguably 50 to 60% of the map. So that trees are going to be more densely packed because there's always a certain amount of trees will spawn, right? As we saw with the poison ship, that was sort of case in point with that. That there was nowhere the trees could grow besides the area that weren't poisoned. And that was a very, very small area. So all the trees clustered together and seemed to grow very fast. But that's just, as we saw, literally right there. The trees were just popping up quicker. Right, so that's actually an absurd amount of wood. Thank you, Sarai. You're a very useful colonist. Just means Jilp can sit here and basically research all day while she deals with absolutely everything else. And this file cabinet works the same as the other mod that we used to have. I think it was just called additional furniture or something like that, which it just gives the 5% research speed. A little bit helpful, but not, I mean, it's probably barely noticeable. Obviously, his skill is playing way more into that. Okay, trade fan running from the campsite of the quarry is living. Thank you for your silver, much appreciated. Oh, it's on the floor outside. We're going to grab that as soon as we can. Nice. I think... What's wrong? Serious pain. Can't help you with that one. Drowsy. Unsightly environment. Why not? Let's not push him too far. We're comfortable. Things are fine. She's also unwell. So let's give her a little less time of working because there's also very little she can do besides just planting crops. I'd rather that she was carefully and steadily doing jobs rather than forcing her to do too much, then have a mental breakdown and then obviously be behind on the work for quite some time. We've got down here. Just straight at meals. Oh shit, straight at meals right there. Okay, absolutely fine. Thank you, Randy. Not that we needed any more food, but I appreciate it nonetheless, my friend. I'm going to set Jilp to actually go up to high hauling as well. Just because, you know, he is just sitting around researching. If there are urgent things that need hauling, I'd rather him do that before sitting around trying to work out how machines work. Speaking of which, how are we doing on that? 395. The one thing I do like about the base game rather than the research power mod is it does give you a score. So it gives you quite clearly their feedback for how much of the percentage of the way you are through your research there, which is always quite nice. Alright. We also probably want to get that dealt with as soon as possible. So what do we need for our... Oh, too late. We want... Plasteel Gold. Those are our biggest priorities right now for, obviously, the multi-analyzer as well. So, right, I mean, sick. Can't really do much about that. Serious pain. Can't really do much about that. Slept in the heat. Now, that I can do something about, my friend. 25 degrees. We'll just put the cooler on. We've got more than enough power for it, quite clearly. So, we'll put the cooler on as well. Little Jilp. Flick that switch, my boy. There's that one thing he's good at. Okay, so... What else can we really do here to make their lives better immediately? Because that's what I'm focusing on this time around, is trying to get their needs dealt with. Disturbed sleep. Not much we can do about that one. Her bedroom's right in the middle of the base there. Obviously, removing this door and maybe placing it up here would make more sense. In fact, that would make infinitely more sense. So let's put that there. Remove that, replace it with the wall. That way, Jilp won't disturb her sleep. And we'll also get rid of this as well. Seems like a much better idea. Prioritize on that one. Prioritize on that one. There we go. Okay. And then put some walls back in place. Excuse me, streamer, you're building a wall over that block and obviously wasting a little bit. Yeah, okay, I get it. Let's do this and turn this into a recreation room then. Why not? What about the water tub? We could put them in their bedroom. There's no reason not to do that, right? Put a latrine in their bedroom. Oh, it does affect beauty though, doesn't it? Honestly, starting work on an actual bathroom plumbing system would be kind of nice. How would we do that? So we put down a water pump. Well, water well's just steel, huh? We've actually got a lot of underground water kicking around here. For 2 people, 1 pump I think would be just more than enough, right? That's hugely sufficient. We'll put that down. Then we'll put the wind pump down just outside on the rice farm, seeing as that's already going to be cleared of trees and whatnot. Hopefully 1 wind pump is more than enough to be able to cover that. And then let's start... I think this is a great time to start work on the plumbing. Everything seems fairly comfortable. We're in a fairly luxurious position right now. Obviously, we've got some mental breakdowns kicking around here, but that's just mostly down to the fact that she... Look, her mood's pretty high. It is almost entirely down to the fact that she does have gut worms. And she also got, like, a... Well, she's iron-willed, too, which is fairly impressive that she did have that mental breakdown. She was only barely below her mood, which is obviously why she's just having a sad wander. Oh, wow. Tang is Sarai's mother, so we've basically got no choice but to rescue you, huh? Jilp, my friend, your time has come. Put down a sleeping spot. Let's turn it to medical. Rescue. You can do it. We don't have any medicine, so we'll just have to hope this holds. Okay, he's immediately going to start work on fixing her up there. She's starving. Obviously, nothing we can do about that one, unfortunately. She's got cochlear... Oh, because she's deaf, right? Yeah, okay, 65% fine. Don't leave her out in the rain. That's not very cash money. Rescue her. We need a medical bed. Well, guess what, Sarai? Seeing as you're running around in the rain right now, congratulations. You volunteered your bed for your sick and dying mother, which I think she'd probably be fine with. You know what? It's what Sarai probably wants. Let's get her home. All right. And hopefully she'll offer to join him. Was she any good? She was 45. Generally, the older colonies tend to have better skills. She's got melee. She's got plants. She's got artistic. Let's be honest, that's not fantastic. Green Thumb. Green Thumb plants is actually pretty good. You could be our head, our head plant gatherer. Artistic is okay. I mean, we don't have anyone with artistic, so it could be a lot worse. Melee is kind of garbage, but you've got to bear in mind it's a little better than base game Rimworld because we can hunt with melee weapons. Obviously, that's fairly risky, but it still works. All right, Jilp, thank you. I was just about to say, Jilp, let's get to work on the pump. Already beaten me way to it there. We'll also obviously dig up and remove this primitive well and things when we're done as well. Should join our group. My god, we need another bedroom. That's unfortunate. So, blueprints, create. Let's just go ahead and copy the generic bedroom layout here. And we can put it back here, I guess. It's a bit far out of the way, though, huh? We could put it there. It's kind of a bit annoying as well. We could dig out the mountain, but that would give enemy sappers a very big excuse just to dig through that wall. You know what? I'm going to put it here. Although it is kind of it's an annoying position. This base layout is horrible. I'll be honest with you. It's utter garbage. Why don't we put it somewhere where we're not going to lose any real estate? So we can put it here. That won't interrupt with the wind turbine. Oh, it absolutely will, you fool. Okay. Let's just drop the bedroom. Where's the radius of that? So it's the first 2 blocks of this... Man. I don't want to use up too much of the fertile, like, arable ground on bedrooms. So we'll put our bedroom over here. It's a little far out of the way, I will admit, but it's not such a big deal, and it gives us plenty of room for expansion as well for the freezer if we deem it. And obviously we can move these farms as well. We've got a massive area to work with. Sarai is back in the land of the living. Thank you. We're going to need a lot more wood though. But like I said before, Trees are chopping up left, right, and center. Or popping up left, right, and... Well, they're also going to be chopped up left, right, and center, too. There we go. Imagine we've also got a couple more... Yeah, behind the house as well. Holy shit, man, this tree meta is awesome. There's actually just so many outside the walls if we wanted to go literally through this door, which are probably closer than a lot of these we're getting down here. There's so much wood on this map. It's quite a refreshing change from that goddamn savannah we played on, huh? All we had were cactuses. That's the best place you chose to sleep. We just got a kitchen right there. You could have probably slept in your daughter's bedroom. I doubt you would have complained. Oh, no, wait, that is the door. Understandable. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm criticizing you. It is still pretty dumb. You do have a bedroom here, and you're choosing to sleep on just on the floor. That's very strange. I don't really approve of it. Right, so Tang is garbage. She's okay at medicine. She's still pretty bad, though. Sure, that's fine. Hall, basic, finish is good. Oh, you know what? She's very good at melee, so... Although, who really cares about the skill associated with stabbing something to death? I mean, it's an instant maneuver. I don't think you can fail to finish things off, can you? More importantly? I have no idea. You are pretty garbage. Congratulations, you're #1 plant, along with your shitty daughter. In fact, you know what? Let's let Jilp have that time off. Jilp focus more on research. This lady can take over Jilp's portion of the harvest. That's a good idea. Plant cut highest. I mean, artistic is trash. You could deliver, and you could clean. I'm fine with that. Or haul, or haul as well. In fact, I'd rather you haul than clean, to be honest, because we don't have a dedicated hauler yet. So most likely she's just going to be harvesting and growing, cutting down trees, and then hauling goods, which is fine. That's an absolutely okay setup for a free colonist. What do we need more for this? We need one component. Well, it would be a shame. Well, we have loads of components there. We need a little bit more steel as well. Right, okay, so let's start setting that up too. Like I said, getting the hygiene done as soon as possible and actually getting decent bathrooms wouldn't be a bad thing. Like, that would actually be massively beneficial this early on. They're going to get the bedroom done first. Honestly, that's a fine idea. I'm okay with that. Get a little bit more mining. And that should be everything we need. Good. I designated a couple of extra because obviously we're going to need a little bit extra there for... What is it? Things like water storage tanks. What are they called? I could just check, huh? Boilers. That's what I'm talking about. Boilers and hot water tanks. We are going to need one of those as well, but obviously... I mean, it's not a huge amount of steel associated with that. What are gas boilers? What are those for? Chem fuel. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a good idea. That's a good use of chem fuel as well, because obviously in the base game it's a bit pointless. Not sure if we can use that with Combat Extended, because obviously Combat Extended changes the way chem fuel... Wow, where did that land? Marble. Just a massive marble meteorite, huh? Well, it's a good job we didn't put the bedroom there in hindsight, otherwise that could have ended quite messily with a crushed tang. Sounds like a sort of a fruit drink, a crushed tang. More importantly, thank you for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the series of Jilp, Super Jilp. What a powerful colony. What a great colony. We are playing on Savage, right? We are. I'm not going to commit to Merciless. I'm sorry. I think Merciless still might as well just be called You're Sick of Your Colony and You Want It to Go Down in a Blaze of Glory. I think that difficulty might as well just be called that. What the fuck are you? Great Devourer. We're going to leave that episode. we're going to leave it there. That's it. I'm done. Thank you for watching. Big shout out to the insane top tier level patrons who made this series and all the other series on the channel possible in the first place. A big thank you to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sidini, Conspired T, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Danny Good, Donald, Eric B, Escape, Fakunda Vasquez, Fungus King, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Jocelyn Dean Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Necrophilin, Pavis Presley, Sirthal the Swede, Toby Cruz, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Bacchus, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support in the TNT levels on Patreon. It is much appreciated. And a shout as well to Asaro, Adam Person, Andrew Wilson, Betimus Max, Sidini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Duncony207, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Joran DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Llewellyn Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Nixie, Pansamu, Pantpearl, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, Venom Meow, Will Wade, Wolfie, and Zico too. Thank you all for your support.